For far too long, we have allowed too many things to happen on our side of the aisle. We've become so complacent that we don't fight back. We have allowed rocks to be thrown at us. We've allowed names to be thrown at us. We've allowed ourselves to be called homophobic, transphobic, all the things because we don't like to fight. We don't like to stand up to the tyranny and to all of the things. We have allowed the left to slander us, to say that we like to kill grandma because we don't want to wear a mask, and because 15 days to slow the spread. All of this stuff over and over and over. We just go along with the flow. And because we've gone along with so many things, all of a sudden we're getting called racists and terrorists now. Why? Why do we not stand up to this? And it is a question that we need to ask. We need to say enough is enough. I'm not going to put up with this anymore. Frankly, I've had enough, and you need to put enough. I'm going to show you something here. Watch this.
We have a domestic terrorism challenge in this country.
There ought to be a bipartisan consensus to fight terrorism wherever it comes from, and particularly when it comes from within.
For too long, our federal government has failed to address the growing terrorist menace in our own backyard.
What we need is a focus in Homeland Security on domestic terrorism.
Domestic violent extremism is the most acute threat, terrorism-related threat that we are seeing to our homeland.
Intelligence gathering agencies now, they're telling us that threat landscape is now more of a domestic nature.
The rise of domestic violent extremism is a serious and growing national security threat. The Biden administration will confront this threat with the necessary resources and resolve.
What more do your departments need from Congress, and particularly this committee, to root out violent extremism?
A commitment to redouble our efforts to fight hate and to fight one of the greatest threats that we face currently on our homeland, which is the threat of domestic terrorism.
The domestic violent extremist threat is also rapidly evolving.
How would the Justice Department adapt its approach to combating domestic violent extremism to address how the threat has evolved over the past few years?
The most dangerous domestic terror threat facing America today comes from the forces that attacked our government on January 6th.
And the violent, deadly insurrection on the Capitol 9 months ago, it was about white supremacy, in my view.
In the FBI's view, the top domestic violent extremist threat comes from racially or ethnically motivated violent extremists, specifically those who advocated for the superiority of the white race.
Terrorism from white supremacy is the most lethal threat to the homeland today. Not ISIS, not Al-Qaeda, white supremacists.
Let's stop pretending that the threat of Antifa is equivalent to the white supremacist threat.
We know now we must confront and defeat political extremism, white supremacy, and domestic terrorism.
Okay, so that's got to infuriate you. Calling conservatives the worst among us, the biggest threat. We've been seeing this rhetoric increase more and more and more. This is targeted towards you. It's targeted towards me. It's targeted towards the parents that are standing up. And their backs are against the wall. They know that 2022 election, this is what this is about. But it's worse than that. It's about weaponizing everything. They have got all of the switches and they're turning everything up. They have got to get the Build Back Better plan passed. They have got to get everything passed. Otherwise, they know that their agenda may not get passed. Here's the other thing. They have got to keep key people in position on the progressive right in power. McConnell and Thune and all of the people that have passed their people in power and in position of authority. All of the people that keep voting for people like Kinzinger and all of those people. So you've got to keep your eye on the ball, eye on all of the people that continue to vote for the progressive sludge. GOP does not mean good. I'm telling you, you've got to keep your eye on all the people that allowed for the expansion, that have allowed for all of the slippery nastiness that we see in DC all the time. Pay attention to those folks as well, because this is not good. The video that you just saw, pay attention to those people, but also pay attention to what is going on in the GOP. My name is Paul Procise. Make sure that you have subscribed to all the things, all the channels. Go to paulprocise.com. If you are able to support me in any way, shape, or form, make sure you go to the About page, go to Facebook. There's a special right now. If you become a supporter, your $5 a month gets turned into even more money through a supporter program that gets turned into a bonus of $20. So that comes free of charge, and it's just a free extra $20 bonus. So that's a big deal. So as a cup of coffee or whatever that you like, a soda, that comes directly to me. Extra $5 turns right into $20. So consider that as a way to support the things that I'm doing. We've also got some, I'm meeting with some really cool creators and other people of a way to increase the things that we're doing. So we're going to be looking at creating more and more content. And I hope that you are seeing some things here in the near future that we're going to be doing some creative outlets, maybe not on this channel, but maybe some new channels. And I'll hope to be telling you about that here in the near future. Just bear with me. I promise there's some cool things coming up in the near future. All right. We'll see you soon. Make sure you follow me, Paul Procise, and Getter and Rumble and all of those things. Follow me on Rumble. That's going to be important for the near future. I promise. You have a good day. See you soon. Bye.